Today we're going to address the importance of the mind, the body and the soul. Why is it important when you are a practitioner of magic? And it doesn't really matter what kind of magic you practice, because let's be honest, color is a connotation. It is the intent of the caster that makes the magic either black or white. Are you trying to heal? Are you trying to maim? Are you trying to hurt? So it's down to the intention of the caster. That is what will determine the kind of magic that you practice. So where does mind, body and soul come into this? To practice magic you need to have what we determine as your temple in good fettle. It needs to be working in synchronization. And if one of those parts is not aligned, then the chances of your magic working is going to be quite remote. So what do? How do we get our mind, our body and our soul to be functioning in tandem? The mind speaks for itself. It is the way you feel, it is the way you perceive yourself. You must love yourself and love what you are doing to be able to project it outwards. Meditation helps. As you become a more adept magician, meditation becomes a state of being, rather a state of inducing. You will not need to be practicing meditation on a daily basis because you have already reached a higher state of being within yourself. The body, well, the body, very interesting. Obviously we age, we grow older, and we have to maintain this machine because for magic, as a core, the body is paramount. It is where the energy is harvested, it's where it's culminating from. Therefore, the body needs to be able to maintain and to deliver whatever you are trying to express forward into the universe. Personally, I maintain it by keeping a rigorous exercise regime. Of course, as you get older, this gets a bit harder and the motivation gets a bit harder. But one needs to understand that if you really want to reach heights in whatever profession, in whatever situation you find yourself in, then you must always put in sacrifice. And therefore the body needs to be maintained in top condition for you to be able to deliver and practice your art. Now we come to the soul, an interesting subject indeed. The soul is your life force, and that is where your magic really comes from. Once you align the soul with the mind and with the body, you have the perfect combination. How do we look after our souls? I'm sure that we all have different ways of understanding how to look after our soul. But I would say that the best way for you to look after your soul is to make sure that you are comfortable with whatever you are doing on a day-to-day basis. Life force is something that will become very paramount in magic as you progress. With life force and the ability to harness it, the ability to use it, will determine whether you become a great magician or a mediocre one. Most people, or some people, might state that there is infinite life force in the universe. I am contrary to that belief. I believe that there is a finite amount of life force. Hence why we regenerate, hence why I believe that there is reincarnation. It is a topic that we will address at a later time. It is a topic of its own substance, where we talk about the universe, the life force, and the reincarnation process. Of course, this is a process I believe in. Doesn't mean that it is something that has to be taken per scripto. It is something that is down and subject to people scrutinizing it, understanding it, and delivering from that their own perspective of what they believe life force is all about. But these are the three things that you need to think about. These are the temple that we try to build, that we keep intact, and we want to have functioning, firing on all cylinders, for us to be able to progress in the art of magic. So just remember, your mind, your body, and your soul. You neglect any one of those, there's a good chance that everything you're trying to do with the magic is not going to work. You must get the balance. Balance is key, and that balance lies within yourself.